Today, our instructor is Christian Sadler. Look at that. That is just how he approaches life. Arms wide open and just can't hide the enthusiasm, can he? Again, we were talking about Jim Rohn said, "Only in America." That just at the very end of his video, he came on to number 2. I didn't stop it fast enough. It said, "I found a teacher." And that's what we've got in Christian. We've got a teacher. He is someone, he is from America. He's from Magna. Now, Magna's not known for success always, but here is someone they can point to and say, this is a guy that came from not the easiest backgrounds, certainly not the worst, but it wasn't just headed to him on a silver spoon. This guy decided, I'm going to change my life. And how am I going to do that? Look at these people. They're sitting back. They've got checks coming in every month from rent. They've got development plans that are going in and changing raw land into communities. And this guy took it by the horns. He wrestled it, and he is a success. And that's the thing about Christian is as Max Martin, as we talked about, Woody Woodward was talking about in his Money Matrix. Max Martin brought value to superstars, and that's what I think of with Christian. He is bringing value to the superstars of Team Elevate. Christian, good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm great, Ron. How are you?
It is a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'm glad you're here.
Well, I'm glad to be here and grateful to be here with you. You know, there's something that I look at when somebody takes on a role as a volunteer, and, you know, when they take it and they make it their own, that's when things really thrive. And Ron, you've really done that. You've taken these calls and you've made them your own. And by doing that, you've made them better for every single person on the team. So I'm grateful to be here with you and start the day, Thursday. It's game night, folks. In most of the areas that you guys are in, this is the night where you've been building for. You've got guests prepared to, you know, show up and you know, get exposed to what it is that we do and potentially change their lives. So let's start off the day right. Let's talk about and let's jump into how we can continue to do that for next Thursday and the following Thursday and the Thursday after that, and so on and so forth. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to make you guys aware really quickly that we're going to kind of let's call it crack down a little bit on the services that we provide as a team here locally in Utah, and make sure that the value that we're bringing is, you know, in conjunction with the value that's being brought to the team. And what I mean by that is we have a business builder subscription. And with that business builder subscription, that's what provides the opportunity for us to be able to do all of the things that we do, right? You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into what we have and what we offer on a Thursday night. I mean, we rent an entire wing of a college. You guys have seen that. You understand that. We also have a Facebook group that has to be monitored on a consistent basis. We're doing our best to make sure that we're in compliance there, and we're keeping people out of trouble. And oftentimes, you know, in that group, people want to post, you know, deals, or they want to, offer rates of return on money. And we just know that can actually be illegal, and there could be some legal ramifications. So we try and monitor that, but at the same time, we pack that thing with lots of value. And I know there's been a lot of connections that have come through that Facebook group. In fact, the last deal that I just picked up on Monday, I connected with the gentleman because I saw him interacting on the Facebook group, and I saw that he had resources and he was looking to get into his first deal, and he was, you know, commenting and contacting, and so I just reached out to him and said, hey, you know, what are you looking to do? What are you looking to accomplish? Tell me a little bit more. And it seemed like it was going to be a good fit. Sure enough, we bought this property out in Taylorsville. It's just 2 blocks away from another project that I'm right smack dab in the middle of, so that makes it nice. And it came because of the Facebook group. So we know there's a lot of value that comes with that. And, the list could go on and on. I could continue to name all the things that we do. but it's a collective effort. And quite frankly, I've bet on this team, right? You guys know that I've kind of taken on the financial responsibility um, in allowing that to run through me. And so far, if we're being honest, it's not actually covering the costs. And so, what we've talked about as a leadership team is just, being a little bit more stringent on, the people that are receiving value should be giving value in return. And if we share the load, then we'll be able to do more. We'll be able to grow more. We'll be able to succeed more. And so that's our goal, is to continue to grow and to succeed. And I just hope that if you're in a position where you're able to do that, that you're taking that on as something that is a responsibility to the team, to yourself, and to the growth of what it is that we're doing. So just kind of dropping that in there as a side note as we start off the day. Look within yourself and ask what you can do for this community, rather than the common scenario where we say, what can you do for me? How can this benefit me? Take a step back and say, how can I benefit this community? How can I help this community grow? And it's not just the financial side of things, folks. It's also, volunteering. We have amazing volunteers. And if we continue to have more people step up to the plate, guess what? Many hands make light work. And so we can have things run smoother, more effectively. And quite frankly, that's the only way you're going to raise in leadership and, step up to that next tier in leadership and continue to grow within this organization. So just wanted to throw that out there. And I also want to, at the same time, honor every single one of you that is contributing on a consistent basis and that is, volunteering. We are so grateful. This team is, quite frankly, what I think is the best team, right? Because I've seen our growth, I've seen our commitment, and I've seen us continue to help each other through this process. So let's keep growing, let's keep doing. And with that, folks, we talked about last week this script that I had created, and I didn't create the whole thing. It's in conjunction with many of the trainings and many of the the people that I've worked with and collaborated with, and I know Dane Clark has added a lot to this throughout the years, I guess I would say, because it's been crafted over the years and I've just kind of updated it. But here's what I'd like to do is, some of you have committed to role play this script. And quite frankly, if I see that you guys are interacting with it, you're actually doing it, then I'm going to continue to put out more scripts for the team. In fact, I have one ready for this Super Saturday, and trying to decide whether I should unveil it, because quite frankly, if people aren't learning the first script, then why give them a second script, if that makes sense. So today's the day where we find out, and it's going to help me really craft some of the the presentation that I'll be doing this Super Saturday. This Super Saturday is going to be really unique. We've talked to the people who are going to be training, and we've said we want to make it really interactive. So we want to have, things going on where they can practice while learning. And that's the goal. And that's what we're doing. So be there at Super Saturday. In fact, I would say, even if you're not in Utah, you might want to look at your calendar and see if it's worth the time, or see if it's available, see if you can make it out to Utah, because this is going to be a great one. So with that, who has edited their script and made it their own and is ready to role play? Shoot me a chat. Somebody chat into the chat line and say, I have edited my script and I am ready to role play. All right. Well, I know that maybe I didn't show you guys last week how to copy this and edit it, because obviously I made it view only so that we weren't editing the original. So let me show you guys, and hopefully you guys are in a position where you can do this for yourself. And all you're going to do is when you come to this script, right, and I see that nobody else is looking at it right now, but you guys all have the link to do it because I shared the link into the Facebook group, right? So when you come in here, go to File, okay, and then just click on Make a Copy. So you're just going to go click right here. You're going to go Copy of Borrowed Credibility. And so instead you're going to put your name in here. You're going to put Christian's Borrowed Credibility Renata script. And when you do that, that's going to create a brand new one for you. It's going to be the exact same, but brand new. And so here's where you're going to come in here and edit it. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm just going to walk you through this because I'm not getting any chats that people have done it yet. So obviously there's some more instruction there. So you're going to come right here. You're going to go, this is Christian. I'm calling on behalf of Raul Campos, real estate investor. You'd answered an ad of his. So I'll just edit this right here. You've answered an ad of his about real estate investing. Do you remember doing that? Awesome. Did I catch you at a good time? Perfect. So what is it about the ad that piqued your attention? That makes sense. What do you currently do for work? So are you looking at real estate investing as a way to supplement what you're doing now, or would you go full-time once you replaced or doubled your income? Have you ever done real estate in the past? Joe, have you ever run your own business, or been in charge of your own schedule or your own paycheck? Do you feel you have the discipline to control your own schedule? You know, Joe, it sounds like you may be a good fit for the team. I guess the only way to find out for sure is to meet in person and find out. The next opportunity we can make that happen is this Thursday, because I'm going to build for Thursday, so I'm just going to put it in there. You don't have to put that in there because oftentimes you're building for different events, but I'm just giving you guys kind of what you can do, right? We'll be getting together over in Sandy. Now, here's the thing. I don't give them where right off the bat. I just put in Sandy around 6:45. 6:45 p.m. Is there anything you're doing Thursday evening? That you can't get out of? Okay, great. It's by invitation only, so I'll need to make sure I have the right info for you to reserve your spot. The email I have for you is that the best to reach you on? And how do I spell your first name? Do me a favor. When you get there, I want you to make sure you meet Raul, right? I'm just going to use my 5-star so you guys can kind of picture this and you can make it your own. Make it the way that you're going to say it so it's easier to follow along. All right. So do me a favor. When you get there, I want to make sure you meet Raul. So, and I'm just going to put in there, Raul made his millions on the stock market but after the 01 stock crash, decided he wanted something more sustainable. Since then, he's built his wealth in real estate and has helped a ton of people learn the business as well. You see how I'm just kind of condensing his story and just throwing it in there? So he's definitely someone you're going to want to know. He'll likely be super busy with the event, but do your best to make sure you at least shake his hand. Let him know you're working with me and that you're looking at joining the team. Sound good? Now look, guys, it doesn't have to be your 5-star affiliate that you use for the story. So for example, right here, you've got in, small, when I'm building for Seattle, I use TJ out there. TJ is a great guy. Me and him have really connected when I went out there and also when he came to Utah. And so I really like his story. And I think that he's somebody that I want to send people to. Now there's lots of people in Seattle and Tacoma that I could build towards. So I just chose one. And, TJ's that great guy. And I know that if somebody goes to him and says, I'm working with Christion, right, then he's going to edify me. And so the other thing you can do in this is if you're calling on behalf of, your 5-star affiliate like we did up above, then you can say, let him know you're working with, and then give your 5-star. So if you're building into another market and you know that the person in that market might not know you, but they'll definitely know your 5-star affiliate, then you can say, hey, let him know you're working with Michael Huggins and that you're looking at joining the team, right? Because for example, if you guys are building here, let's say you live in Seattle, you're making calls to Utah, and your 5-star affiliate is Michael. Well, guess what? If you send someone to the Utah presentation and you say you're working with Michael Huggins, everybody's going to know who that is. And if you send them and you say, hey, make sure you meet Christion Sadler, let him know you're working with Michael Huggins, right? You can also just say, let him know you're working with me. And we're always going to do our best as leaders to edify who you are. Even if we don't know much about you, we're going to let them know that they're working with a good team, right? Or with great folks. All right. So let's continue editing. Let's finish this up. Perfect. I'll be sure to reserve you a spot. Before I let you go, though, I got to ask you one more question. Joe, are you the type of person that follows through on the things they say they're going to do? So if I reserve you a spot and have the team watching out for you, you're going to be there, right? Perfect. See you then. All right. And then I also have a bunch of stuff in here. So if they didn't answer, right, here's the message that you're going to be leaving. Hey, this is Christion. Oftentimes I'll put their name in there too. I'll say, hey, Joe, this is Christion. I'm calling on behalf of Raul Campos, real estate investor. You'd answered an ad of his about real estate investing. I'd love to chat with you a little bit about that. Call me back as soon as you get this. My phone number is 801-330-5433. Again, this is Christion. And my phone number is 801-330-5433. Right? Call me when you get a chance. Or I actually like to say, call me as soon as you get this. Put some urgency into it, right? Okay. If they can't make the next meeting, okay, that makes sense. If I could get you in for a house tour of a house tour of a current flip property on, or actually I'm just going to take out on and I'm just going to put next Saturday, right? Property next Saturday. There you go. That's not how you spell Saturday. All right. Saturday, would you be available then? Right now, I always say if. Notice the psychology there. If you say, well, how about Saturday? Could I get you to the house? Well, how about Thursday? Well, how about, then they just feel like there's constant events. But if you say, if, it causes them to commit before you actually give them the opportunity, right? So you say, if I was able to get you in for a house tour of one of our current flips next Saturday, would that be something that would you be available then? And then if they commit, then you can say, perfect, let me get you scheduled. If they say, well, I'm not sure, then you can put it back on them. Say, what do you need to check, right? Like, what do you need to verify, and when would you know? And it's okay to end the call without booking an appointment if they're not going to commit. Instead, get them to commit to doing whatever it is that they need to do in order to be able to commit the next time you get on the phone. So you can turn it back to them, and if they're not available, you can say, or if they say, well, I'm not sure, I'll have to check on something, say, great, when would you be able to check on that? And then when they answer, then say, okay, great, how about we talk again on Tuesday, right? Or whatever that day is, whatever that time is. You just follow back up with them at that time. All right. If they absolutely can't make a live meeting, then you can go into no worries. I could probably get my hands on a video, right? Again, I'm not saying, well, how about I send you a video? I say I could probably get my hands on a video to give you some more information. If I were to send you that video, would you watch it? Okay, great. It's a little over an hour. When would you be able to watch it by? Awesome. So if I call you on, and then whatever time that is they gave you, right? We can talk about it then. Great. What's a good email I can send the video to? And then you're going to make sure that you have their first name, last name, email, and phone number. So put that in. Always make sure on every call you're getting that when you book somebody, you're getting all of their information, and then you're registering them in the CAMS system. So there's more tips here, and you guys can go through all of these. You can take some of these qualifying questions and you can add those into your script if you feel like that's going to be flow better for you. It's going to feel better for you. Make this your own. Make it something that you feel really good about. I mean, you could ask all of these questions if you really wanted to. You could spend 30 minutes on the phone doing an interview. I don't think it's necessary, and it's probably not the best use of your time, but man, that person will be qualified if you did. So take the qualifying questions that make most sense to you and that you want to make sure that you qualify to target your ideal client, your ideal customer, and then go from there. So after the meeting, I want to throw this in here. So after they've been to a meeting, you always want to start off the conversation with, what did you like best? Okay. And then you don't have to go into a whole lot of information. You just repeat back what they told you and then get them registered for a follow-up or for a one-on-one follow-up with your 5-star affiliate. Okay. So I have one chat message in here, and I'm a great fit for the team. Thought for the team. All right. Thank you, Joe. All right. Well, folks, there is your training for today. So what I would like to see is you guys ready to do some role plays this Saturday. And if you guys are ready to role play the script, if you've got it edited and you've made it your own, and you guys will role play with me this Saturday, I mean, you're probably going to have no choice because I'm just going to throw you guys into it. But those who already have it edited are going to be able to jump right into the role play, while the rest of them are going to be going through this exercise that I just did. And so what I would ask is come with your script edited. We're going to do some role plays at Super Saturday, and I'm going to give you guys some guidance. I'm going to help you with your tonality, why you go up in certain areas, why you stay flat in certain areas, and why you go down in certain areas. And this is going to help you guys with your cold market scripts. Now, I know that there's going to be some great warm market training in there. There's going to be some, really powerful stuff about how to best utilize the events for your success. And there's a special trainer that's doing that, named Stephanie, who has been doing amazing in her business, both real estate and with the marketing side of the business. So that's your training, folks. Edit your script. Do what I just did, but make it your own. Right? Make it something that you're going to feel really good about utilizing, and then memorize it to the point where you don't actually need it. The best script you can have is the script that sounds like a conversation that comes out naturally. And so if you've got to change the way this is worded a little bit to make it fit, do that. But make sure you've also been through the straight line training or Way of the Wolf, some of the Jordan Belfort stuff, so you kind of understand the tonality that needs to go into these scripts. So thanks for joining us, folks. There's a couple of chats here. Let me follow up on that. Jermaine, to access the script, go to the Elevate SLC Facebook group, and there's a post in there with the script. So you just go in there. You can actually just search the group, type in script, and a bunch of posts will pop up. I tried to go to every post where people committed to doing the role plays and posted in the comments, but there's also one where I posted it directly into the group. So go to the Elevate SLC Facebook group and just go pull it down from there. It'll give you a link where it'll give you the available to view only. And then remember, folks, when you get in there, go to File, go to Make a Copy, and then start editing from there. So start with the name of it. Put your name on there so it doesn't get lost, right, with other scripts. Put your name on there and start editing. Thanks, folks. Appreciate you guys. And it's Thursday. Go make it happen.